Moving on, let's talk about another company now. Blue Star is another counter that we are focusing on today. Recently, the news came out that the company is looking forward to start its 8th manufacturing facility in the southern part of the country. The counter is seeing a good return today. It's up about 3% or so. We have with us Mr. B. Thiagarajan, who's ED and President, AC and Residential Product Business at Blue Star Limited. Thank you very much, Mr. Thiagarajan. It's always a pleasure to have you with us on this show. What we are hearing is that company is looking forward to start you're looking forward to start your 8th manufacturing facility in southern India. Give us more details. Where exactly, how soon are you likely to start that, and what's going to be the capex like?
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to talk to you and your audience. See, our room air conditioners business, ever since we entered into residential segment in 2011, we have consistently gained market share. From around 4%, today we have a market share of over 9%. Our goal for the coming year is to exceed double-digit figure. It should be somewhere between 10.5 to 11% market share we want to aim. The residential air conditioner market size in India is roughly around 9,500 crores. And compared with China, it is very minuscule. With the penetration level of 3%, in the coming 10 years, it should grow exponentially. It is also connected with the overall economic environment and the disposable income growing up. Now, obviously, we need additional capacity by December 2016 or so, which means we should begin looking at the place. Last year, we began this exercise, but then the economic conditions were not conducive. We decided that we will wait and go ahead and finalize the location in this in this calendar year. Most probably by September 2015, we should be clear with the location. We should go ahead with the land acquisition as well. So in this context, the air conditioning industry in India has been moving from place to place like gypsies, Dadra, Silvassa, Jammu, Uttarakhand, Himachal. We ourselves went to Himachal and we were one of the front runners in setting up a unit there. 2 manufacturing units are there. These units came up because of excise duty concession as well as income tax concession. With the Make in India campaign that is going on and with India having some reasonable size to compete with global players, it is very important we look at manufacturing in a completely different manner rather than being an assembler. Set up a state-of-the-art manufacturing unit with backward integration. Then only it makes sense for us to actually provide value to all stakeholders, whether it is in terms of creating employment or improving the profitability and building scale for the future. So therefore, we decided that we will look at a manufacturing unit of this nature, most probably in the south.
Right. So like you said that by September 2015 you will be looking forward to finalizing where exactly will you be going ahead with. But considering Mr. Thiagarajan, with what's happening as far as land acquisition, this entire debate is concerned, do you think that there could be some issue as far as acquiring land is concerned? How has been the situation in the past for a company like yours if you are looking forward to acquire land to set up a manufacturing facility, considering there is now a focus on Make in India as well?
We are not that big process industry or something requiring a huge land or something like that. If we want to acquire this kind of some less than 100 acres of land, plenty are available even today. Our timing is the one which is making us wait, not any restriction whatsoever at all.
Right, and now, like you mentioned that, this is going to be your 8th manufacturing facility. Are all other facilities running at full capacity? What's the capacity utilization rate right now? And also you mentioned that you're preparing for December 2016, you need additional capacity. What exactly do you mean by that? Do you have some big targets that you're looking forward to achieve, or some big orders that you're eyeing out for? What exactly does that mean?
See, we are a company having a complete range of products from window air conditioner up to large chillers. Each of our manufacturing unit are engaged in different kind of products. Some factories manufacturing chillers, some factories manufacturing VRF systems and package units, something is manufacturing deep freezers, so on and so forth. Now all these factories came up at different times in different contexts actually. Some of the factories which were set for a particular product is not even relevant today for that particular product at all. In this context, the entire manufacturing footprint is getting redefined internally as a part of our strategic plan. Now coming specifically to room air conditioners, where the volumes are growing, I mentioned that by December 2016 that factory would have reached full capacity actually. Indeed, necessarily we need a new factory. By then the product mix will be completely different because the inverter category is growing. Third is, in order to improve our profitability, we should do backward integration. Say for example, some plastics we may end up manufacturing in-house, some PCBs or controllers we will start manufacturing in-house. In this particular context, we are also looking at the mitigation of whether you will go to Jammu to set up a factory because excise is available, whereas South market is around some 50%. Therefore, whether we should be closer to the market in this huge country, the warehousing logistics costs are contributing to somewhere around 4-5% of the total business revenue. So therefore, I am mentioning that by December 2016 we should have something concrete somewhere in the south. That is the thought process. But then our exercise should be complete. When we go to our board and approve, the picture may change completely.
Right. Last question, Mr. Thiagarajan, before we let you go. How many new launches are planned up for FY16?
We are in the process of our road shows across various locations. Something like 81 models have been launched now for the coming season in room air conditioners. This will be followed up by a product launch for new inverter VRF systems, which are going to be launched somewhere in the month of July, which we have shared with the analysts and fund managers in our investor con calls as well. So on the whole, we are optimistic about quite a bit of product segments in which we operate. If at all, it is the large construction, large spaces like hotels, hospitals, convention centers, airports. I think it is going to take little more time. That is where this land bill and other things will be the key enablers. So that large project segment is not yet ready to grow in a big way, but things are far better at this point of time.
Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Thiagarajan, for joining us here on NDTV Profit and giving us your business outlook. We are slipping into a very short break right now. Don't go anywhere. We'll continue to track the markets. Nifty has again fallen further and markets continue to be at day's low right now.